Please be seated. President Bollinger, on behalf of the faculty of the Fu Foundation School of Engineering and Applied Science and the class of 2017, I respectfully ask your permission to begin these class day exercises. Thank you. President Bollinger, Dr. Lee, honored participants, distinguished faculty, esteemed alumni, I am proud to recognize the members of the class of 2017 and mark their shared and individual accomplishments in these class day exercises. It is now my honor to present to you the undergraduate senior class president for the Columbia Engineering class of 2017, Cosmas Simbindi.
Thank you, Dean Boyce. I recall vividly the excitement I felt when I first learned I had been admitted into Colombia. I had expected to see my acceptance decision at midnight, which would have been 5 p.m. Eastern Time. However, in my vigil, I dozed off. I woke up in a panic at 5 the following morning, hours after decisions had been released. I barely glanced at my phone. The congratulations was all I needed to know. I screamed, a shrill scream I believe I'll never be able to reproduce. That scream served to wake my entire family. They were annoyed at being woken up, yet elated to hear the good news. I was overwhelmed by my happiness and excitement. In that moment, I felt I could truly accomplish anything I put my sights to. However, as the news that I would be coming to Colombia settled in, I began to wonder if I, a nerdy but chatty teenager from Zimbabwe, would be qualified to succeed among some of the best minds in the world. I wondered if I would be defined solely by my grades at Columbia. I worried if I could keep up with the rigors of the city that never sleeps. I know that some of my friends here in the audience asked themselves the same questions. When I did get to Colombia, I found that my worries and apprehensions were unfounded. In our orientation programs, the activities fair, and more, I learned that people at Columbia cared about more than just grades. They cared about each other. In our first-year introductory class, The Art of Engineering, my fellow Columbia engineering peers were collaborative and supportive, nothing like the ultra-competitive personas I had imagined. After having endured 4 years of training here, I now look back and realize that even before my arrival at Columbia, I approached things with an engineering mindset. I looked at the situation, a moment of transition, and began to look for possible weaknesses so I could develop any solutions. Of course, this engineering mindset did not change once we started classes at Columbia. I remember sitting in my first contemporary civilization class, an optional part of the engineering core. We were 20 students, drawn from around the world, seated in a semicircle with our professor and his table in the center. We were discussing Plato's politics text. I hypothesized that everyone would have similar interpretations of the text. Yet, as the class went on, I saw that each of us had a nuanced interpretation of it. As this assumption was tested and the results repeated over the rest of the year, I came to appreciate the role people's backgrounds play in shaping their perspectives. Even when a hypothesis, like the one I had about fellow students' interpretations, is wrong, it is the lessons we receive in such exercises that we can apply to other challenges, and I had a newfound appreciation for understanding the context in which a problem exists. This past year, I worked with a team of 3 other Columbia engineering seniors on a design project to help improve newborn jaundice diagnosis in Uganda. Applying these lessons, taking into consideration the full context of the problem, not just the problem itself, one of our teammates traveled to Uganda to speak with the very people that would benefit from our device. Only through those interactions in Uganda did we learn that the importance of ensuring that our device was not only cheap, but used an independent power source. As we gather today and celebrate our graduation, I apply my engineering mindset again and all that I've learned over these past 4 years. What challenges await us after graduation? When I look at whether we'll be able to successfully balance work and life, I find the answer in the regular problem sets, monthly midterms, internship experiences, and campus activities, paired with the accompanying strong and sustained friendships I see manifested here today. We've already found a way to balance a full and rich life. When I look at whether we'll be able to interact with new people in new settings and from different backgrounds, I find the answer in the core of what Colombia is. With the highest international student percentages amongst the Ivies and students drawn from all different backgrounds, there is no doubt in my mind that we've already been doing this. When I look at what will happen to the friendships that we've built over these past 4 years, as the confines of our campus melt away, and some of us find ourselves in opposite parts of the world, if not even out of the world, I wonder, will our friendships weaken? Yes, this could be a problem unlike anything we've faced. In engineering lingo, this is one problem set with no one solution, no one path to maintain our friendships. In the true spirit of our engineering disciplines and mindsets, let us use the unique skills and training to develop these solutions. Perhaps one of these may be a new online platform, a new superfast plane, electrical teleportation, maybe a new stretchy bridge. The realm of possibilities is wide open, all of it to keep us connected. For my part today, I challenge us to find ways to maintain our friendships. I admit this is somewhat selfish because it forces us to work together over the coming decades. That means we get to stay in touch, but the how is up to you. I look forward to you being a part of my life and each other's lives for many more years to come. But for this moment, let us share our celebration. Congratulations, class of 2017. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker. Dr. Kai-Fu Lee is the chairman and CEO of Synovation Ventures, which was founded in September of 2009. A leading early-stage investment company, Synovation Ventures targets the next wave of Chinese high-tech companies and seeks to mentor the next generation of Chinese entrepreneurs. Prior to starting Synovation Ventures, Dr. Lee was the vice president of Google and president of Google China and held executive positions at Microsoft, SGI, and Apple. In addition to his technology and investment role, Dr. Lee is also an author of 6 top-selling books, 2 of which have sold over 1 million copies. Dr. Lee is also active on social networks with a total of more than 50 million followers. He received his bachelor's degree from Colombia. He received his bachelor's degree from Columbia University and his PhD from Carnegie Mellon University, and he has honorary doctorate degrees from the City University of Hong Kong and Carnegie Mellon University. He is a fellow of the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Dr. Lee was the vice chairman of the Committee of 100, an elite group of Chinese Americans, and he was selected by Time magazine as one of the 100 most influential people in the world in 2013. He was appointed an independent non-executive director of Shangri-La Asia Limited in November of 2015, an independent director of Horn High Precision Industry Company Limited in January of 2016, and non-executive director of Meitu Inc. in August of 2016. We are thrilled to have him here with us today to give the keynote address. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Kaifo Lee.
Thank you, Cosmos, and thank you, class of 2017. Thank you so much for inviting me to speak at this wonderful commencement ceremony. It's really an honor to come back to Colombia to address the distinguished group of graduates, parents, siblings, and special guests. We've all gathered here to share the joy of this day. First, I want to say to the graduates, I'm so proud of you. You did it. Your families are proud of you. You've earned this day. I remember sitting where you are 34 years ago, feeling that those were the best years of my life. I found the profession of my life, computer science and artificial intelligence. I found the hobby of my life, bridge. I played 30 hours a week, but to this day, President Bollinger hasn't given me a degree in it. And I've had my first date while at Columbia, and she became the love of my life. Thank you. And finally, on my commencement day, I got to sit there, and listen to Isaac Asimov, the famous science fiction writer, and all you get is me. Anyway, I had the best years of my life, and that's where you expect me to say, and probably any commencement speaker to say, these are the best years of your life. But I'm not going to say that. I know that these are far from the best days of your lives, and I know that your best days of your lives are yet to come. Specifically, I hope that the best years of your lives will be in the next 10 years. Why 10 years? 10 years seems so far away, but really it is not. Checking back with May 2007 might be a good way to visualize what 10 years can do. It's interesting to remember in 2007, Steve Jobs introduced the iPhone. Back then, I was using my BlackBerry, and my wife was using her Nokia. Back in 2007, a young senator named Barack Obama decided to run for president. And back in 2007, Donald Trump was still saying, "You are fired," rather than "Make America Great Again." So 10 years did a lot, but the next 10 years will do so much more than the last 10. Why? Because the next decade will be the age of artificial intelligence, or AI. As students, you've probably seen AI course enrollment go from something like 80 to 800, and that certainly is a leading indicator. I was introduced to AI at Columbia in 1980. As someone who has worked for 37 years in research, development, and investment in AI, I can speak with some authority that AI will be a revolution that's on the scale of industrial revolution, probably larger and definitely faster. But this talk isn't going to be some hand-wavy AI talk. This is an engineer-to-engineer talk. We know that AI works. We know that AI gets better with data and more use, and we know how to extrapolate it to measure its impact in 10 years. So let's first see what AI can do. Let's look at 3 companies I've had the fortune to invest in. The first one is an AI image processing company that makes people's selfies more beautiful. So much so that no Chinese movie star that I know would have her photo taken without it. Its user base, user size, 1.3 billion people. We invested in an AI loan company that can approve a loan in a few seconds, with a default rate much lower than a human can do in several days. This company is less than 2 years old, and this year it's projected to make 30 million loans. And that's more than any bank that I am aware of. Today, we invested in an AI face recognition company that can recognize any face from 3 million faces with superhuman accuracy. If this were installed in all the airports around the world with databases of known terrorists and known wanted criminals, they would never get to enter an airplane. These 3 AI companies are worth almost $10 billion today. But that is loose change compared to what AI can do in the next 10 years. In the next 10 years, all financial companies will be turned upside down, with AI replacing traders, bankers, accountants, research analysts, and insurance agents. Last year, my personal AI investment algorithm returned 8 times more than my private banker. And that reminds me, when I go home, I'm going to fire my private banker. In the next 10 years, AI will replace most factory workers, assistants, advisors, and middlemen. But AI is not limited to simple jobs. AI will replace many reporters, doctors, and yes, teachers. Not the ones behind me, but other teachers. Your AI assistant will know better than you what you want to eat tonight, where you want to go on that next vacation, and whom you want to date. And it doesn't stop there. In 10 years, mechanical AI will become reliable. AI will be able to drive cars more safely than we do. Sweeping changes, as it were, brought about by the lowly Roomba, will grow up and cook, wash, handle all the household drudgery for us. In 10 years, because AI will make so much money for humanity, we will enter the age of plenty, making strides to eradicate poverty and hunger, and giving us all more spare time and freedom to do what we love. But in 10 years, because AI will replace about 50% of human jobs, we will also enter the age of confusion. And many people will become depressed as they lose their jobs and the corresponding self-actualization. And many of you will become parents concerned about how to improve education of your children to prevent them from being replaced by AI. These predictions are not based on some hand-waving comparison, comparing the number of neurons in the human brain and the AI simulators. They are based on an engineer's extrapolation based on known algorithms, the real marketplace, and the real workforce. So in my company, we've raised $1 billion to invest in these developments. SoftBank has launched a $100 billion vision fund. The tech giants of the last 50 years, IBM, Microsoft, Google, and Facebook, have all declared themselves to be AI companies. So even if you doubt me, you probably should not doubt all of them. So for leading edge, smart engineers like yourselves, 2027 should be the best times in your lives. Unless you miss the AI revolution, in which case it may turn into the worst times in your lives. So let me now give you 3 pieces of advice how not to miss the age of AI. You might refer to this as the engineering guide to the artificial intelligence galaxy, so that you can have the best times in your lives. My first advice is embrace AI and align your career by betting on its inevitability. Like all big change, AI requires you to have an open mind. It's okay to be fearful of change, Mark Twain has said, courage is the resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not the absence of fear. Your hard work has prepared you to confront, or simply accept, or warmly embrace the changes that AI will bring that will push you in new directions. Given what lies ahead, you must warmly embrace AI. While the first tools of AI in your trade, in your industry, might appear fragile, be assured they'll get better with more data and with use. The three software companies I mentioned, when they were originally launched, generally made people uglier, not prettier. They lost millions of dollars in bad loans. And when the face recognition looked at me, they thought I was some talk show celebrity. But given time and more data, the self-learning mode of these AI software made them dramatically better than people. Not only are they more accurate than people, they don't get tired, they don't get emotional, they don't go on strike, and they're infinitely scalable. So with hardware, software, and networking costs coming down, all AI costs is really electricity. So whatever domain you choose, be the first to use the AI tools. If you're going to be a software engineer, use AI tools to check and optimize your code, to help you find reusable code, or even to write some code for you. Use your AI tools to find your team and help you work with your team. And if you start your own software company, use AI tools to manage your books and maximize your profits. Use AI tools to replace your customer support and your salespeople. And if you're going to start a hardware company, use robots to produce your goods and autonomous vehicles to deliver them. The symbiotic combination of human AI is really simply explained as 1 + 1 = 3. For example, if a doctor can correctly diagnose cancer and save 70 lives out of 100, and an early AI tool can save 60 out of 100, perhaps together they will save 80. And when the AI tool gets better to save 80, perhaps together they will save 90. So do not passively accept AI, but embrace AI, seek out AI, and find every which way that AI can help you. Learn AI and find clever ways to build that symbiotic relationship early. Just like the first reporter who started using word processing, the first accountant who started using Spreadsheet, and the first photographer who started using Photoshop, you would have an edge. In addition, AI will evolve much faster and much more broadly than these tools, and your edge will grow and become sustainable. Now, my second piece of advice is uphold your responsibility as an engineer. We all know for centuries, physicians took the Hippocratic oath as a responsibility to treat human life as sacred. In the age of AI, I think an engineer's responsibilities are equally sacred. Why? Because as top engineering graduates from a top school, you are the ones who will write the code for the future. You are the ones with the power. And please remember, as my favorite philosopher, Spider-Man, said, with great power comes great responsibility. In the age of AI, autonomous and semi-autonomous algorithms will invest money, take care of children, drive cars, and conduct surgery. You will be the ones building these products, which will impact people's possession, health, and even lives. As engineers, we cannot abandon our conscience and sense of responsibility. We need to be thorough, diligent, and ethical, not just in the architecture and coding, but also in the design, the testing, how you run your machine learning algorithms, training, and how you download the parameters that are automatically updated and trained as the algorithms improve. Remember when the first airbags were launched, they saved many lives, but they also accidentally killed some children due to the lack of adequate design and instructions that considered children's smaller size. So your first responsibilities are to your users and to make your products safe, thoughtful, and usable. And more than product safety, you also have a responsibility to foresee and prevent potential risks of technology. So please speak up as experts, not just as engineers, when things like autonomous weapons or bartering and sales of the privacy data issues come up. Your second responsibility is to yourself. In the age of AI, you're not just competing with other people, you're competing with AI. You have a responsibility to yourself to work on the hard problems and stop wasting time on what machines will be able to do. Don't accept a job that doesn't challenge you. Take risks and vigorously and rigorously learn so that you will become the best in whatever it is that you do, in something that is very specific and useful. And be creative and innovative, because AI is great at optimizing, but AI cannot invent something new. Your final responsibilities is to make the world a better place with your choices as an engineer. Choose jobs that save lives, not destroy them. Choose jobs that employ people, not demoralize them. Work for organizations with more compassion than greed. And work for people who care more about world peace than world domination. And my last advice, be in touch with your heart. Based on the serious tech talk earlier, this may seem a little out of place, but it really comes from my heart. 4 years ago, I was diagnosed with 4th stage lymphoma. I faced the real possibility that my remaining time on this earth was measured in months. During that time of ultimate uncertainty, I thought a lot about my life. I came to realize that all of my accomplishments and even the arrival of AI after 30 years of waiting really meant nothing to me. I came to realize that when I spent my life chasing technologies, products, investments, and my careers, that my priorities were out of order. I neglected my family. My father had passed away. My mother barely remembered me, and my kids had grown up. One of the books I read during my illness was Bronnie Ware's book about the regrets of people on their deathbeds. She found that no one wished they had worked harder or spent more time in the office or accumulated more possessions. People's top wish on their deathbeds was that they had spent more time sharing their love with their loved ones. Fortunately, I am now in remission, so I am with you today. Thank you. I'm spending much more time with my family. I moved close to my mother. I travel with my wife, whether on business or for pleasure. When my kids come home, I don't take 2 or 3 days off, I take 2 or 3 weeks off. I also spend more time meaningfully connecting with more people. I spend weekends traveling with my friends. I took my company on yearly trips. Last year we went to Silicon Valley, their Mecca. I met with young people who sent me questions, sometimes on Weibo or Facebook. I reached out to people I offended years ago and apologized to them, asked for their forgiveness and friendship. I wrote a book and shot a documentary to share what I had learned from my near-death experience. My near-death experience not only changed my life and my values, but it gave me an enlightened view about what AI should mean for humanity. Elon Musk and Stephen Hawking have given us their view, a view where machines supersede humans, where we need to control them or become them. With my near-death experience, I'd like to offer an alternate ending to their prediction of the AI future. Surely AI has or will beat us on many analytical tasks with definitive decisions and outcomes. But these tasks are not what makes us human. What makes us human is that we're able to love. The moment when we see our newborn babies, the feeling of love at first sight, the warm feeling from friends when they listen to us empathetically, the feeling of self-actualization when we help someone in need. These are all demonstrate that we're far from understanding the human heart, let alone replicating it. But we do know that humans are uniquely able to love and be loved. Humans want to be loved and be loved. That loving and being loved is what makes our lives worthwhile. With this belief, we know what we must do. At a minimum, recognize and be thankful that we are loved. If we can do better, return the love, or maybe return a little more. Finally, the highest level of love, pay it forward and give love unconditionally. Coming back to our AI theme, love is what differentiates us from AI. Despite what we saw in some science fiction movies, despite what these movies may portray, I can tell you responsibly that no AI program of today, nor do I think any AI program in the next 10 years or perhaps in our lifetimes will love. They don't have feelings. They don't even have self-consciousness. AlphaGo may be the world champion, but it has no fun playing the game, feels no happiness from winning, and certainly has no desire to hug a loved one after it wins. And in the future, even if an AI medical diagnostic tool is 10 times more accurate than doctors, patients do not want a machine's cold pronouncement, such as, you have 4th stage lymphoma and 70% chance of dying within 5 years. Patients will want a doctor of love, a doctor who listens to our symptoms and complaints, gives us encouragement, like, Kai-Fu Lee had the same lymphoma and he survived, so you can too. And a doctor of love who is always available to talk to us and perhaps even visits us at home. This kind of doctor of love will not only make us feel better, give us greater confidence, but give us a placebo effect that will increase our likelihood of recuperation. This will solve the AI employment problem, that 50% I mentioned, because the number of doctors of love will outnumber today's doctors. The displaced workers can take up career spreading love and their experiences, whether it's a passionate tour guide, an attentive concierge, a funny bartender, or infectious sushi chef. With all these new experts of love, titles of many kinds of service jobs will be created. And they don't all have to be jobs. They can be volunteers at an orphanage or retirement home. This will give people jobs that AI cannot take away. These people will do the job with pride and a strong sense of self-actualization. Most importantly, this will fill our planet with love and joy. We've built many task-oriented AI that's better than our brains. That was my dream 37 years ago. And as a hardcore computer scientist, I'm proud we've come so far. But now I realize that I went after the wrong organ. The most important part of the human body is not the brain, but the heart. That's a lesson that took me, I confess, too long to learn. My hope is for all of you, as your careers blossom and your lives take shape, that you approach your lives with all the brains that you certainly have, but also, above all, with all the heart that you can muster. It will be up to you to carry this forward, and I have confidence that if you let your heart be the guide, you will find your way through the massive changes that lie ahead, and surely make the next 10 years the best years of your lives. Thank you, class of 2017.
Thank you, Dr. Lee. In each class, there are men and women who distinguish themselves and their school through their superior academic accomplishments and service to others. Over the past few weeks, we have recognized undergraduate students who have been particularly gracious with their time and talents, and doing so have enhanced the Columbia community. At this time, we ask students who receive department or athletic awards, were selected as senior marshals and graduate marshals, or were honored at the Leadership and Excellence Awards ceremony and other celebrations to please stand to be recognized. Thank you for all of your hard work, and we remain grateful for your contributions to the Columbia community. It's now my pleasure to present the undergraduate awards given on behalf of the Fu Foundation School of Engineering and Applied Science. The George Vincent Wendell Memorial Award for 2017 is presented to Anthony John Pensiero. Each department nominates one student for this honor, and from those students put forth, Anthony was selected by vote of the senior class as the one best exemplifying the late Professor Wendell's ideals of character, scholarship, and service. Anthony has a passion for the infrastructure that makes modern life possible. He served as president of the Lambda Phi Epsilon fraternity, promoting academic achievement, community service, and leadership on campus, and is also president of the American Society of Civil Engineers, promoting engineering awareness at Columbia. Anthony is also a member of Camp Kesem Executive Board, working with children of parents with cancer, and runs after-school clubs to expose students to STEM fields. Please help me congratulate Anthony. The designation of salutatorian is a prestigious academic honor bestowed on the student who shows the second highest academic record, has superior academic achievements, and reflects leadership, excellence, and impact on Columbia University. Our salutatorian for the class of 2017 is Lisa Lay. Lisa, an electrical engineering major, worked on the first VSLI hybrid computer for her senior design project, and is an avid traveler who's been to 6 continents and 25 countries, and continues to add to that long list. After graduation, she plans to enter the PhD program in electrical engineering at Stanford University. Please help me congratulate Lisa. The Illig Prize, the highest honor awarded to an engineering graduate, is given to our valedictorian, the student with the highest GPA. The Illig Prize is awarded by the faculty to Noah Zwieben for commendable proficiency in his studies. Apart from his academic success, Noah has traveled to Morocco with Engineers Without Borders, sung with his a cappella group Notes and Keys, and as a student leader has camped annually with Co-op, the Columbia Outdoor Orientation Program. Before college, Noah spent a year volunteering in Israel and now plans to participate in the Venture for America Fellowship, a program connecting recent graduates with startups. He hopes to pursue a career path that combines music, art, and technology. Please help me congratulate and welcome to the podium for this year's remarks the recipient of the Illig Prize and valedictorian for the class of 2017, Noah.
Before I start, I just want to say, Mom, I'm so sorry for forgetting to call yesterday. You're the best. I love you, and happy Mother's Day. All right, here we go. I walked into the 3D Interfaces lab a few weeks ago, turned on the HoloLens, a device which creates holograms, and standing in front of me was a holographic weightlifter, tattooed and shirtless, instructing me how to do squats. Now, I don't work out, and hopefully never will, but something about that moment really stood out to me. Computer science, linear algebra, electrical engineering, and more, working together to produce a lifelike holographic trainer, rippling abs and all, pumping iron in midair. For my first project in the course, The Art of Engineering, where we sent laser-beamed music signals off of solar panels, to our senior design projects, I've been surprised by just how much of an art engineering turned out to be. For these past 4 years, we've been learning how to bring ideas to life. Through problem sets and late-night lab sessions, wiring circuits, and 3D printing, we've been giving ourselves the tools to transform the theoretical into an endless array of creative realities. I've watched classmates build stress monitors for autistic children and design a robot capable of throwing darts far more accurately than I ever managed at 1020. And while none of these are as exciting as a holographic shirtless weightlifter, what a powerful thing to walk off into the world equipped with the confidence, knowledge, and skills to take an idea banging around in your head and be able to actualize it. Still, early in my freshman year, I called my mom almost in tears. Engineering is boring. You don't learn about anything real. It's just a bunch of equations and algorithms, and as fun and cool as laser music is, it's kind of pointless. Frustrated with how esoteric and removed from the real world engineering felt, I told her maybe I should switch to the college. Thank God I didn't go through with that. Later that year, I traveled with Engineers Without Borders to Morocco to build water infrastructure for a community which had none. And it was then that engineering clicked for me. Engineering wasn't just equipping us with tools to bring ideas to life. It was empowering us to create things that were important and impactful. Using those esoteric equations and algorithms, you could design a better world. Sitting in my American history class, learning about our very own university's involvement in the Manhattan Project, or FM radio, it's clear that the technologies we can and will create have a profound impact on the people, communities, and environments around us. And it's this ability to affect change and the motivation to think critically about this impact that I thank Columbia for the most. You don't go to a school with a community as aware and engaged as this one without being pushed to think deeply about the context and effects of the technologies you're engineering. Last year, in the computer science department, a professor issued an assignment which had students use machine learning to determine who should be subjected to stop and frisk. And students pushed back. They argued against using our creative capabilities to reinforce a discriminatory and harmful policing practice. With op-eds and petitions, students demanded that we as engineers don't just have a responsibility to create, but to create good. So as we go forward, transforming our ideas into reality, I hope we can think critically about the realities we're working on creating. And I know we're not all civil engineers, but especially now, the world could use a lot more building of bridges than it could of walls. So thank you, Columbia, to my professors. So thank you, Columbia, to my professors and classmates for pushing us not just to be inventors, but to be thoughtful, empathetic, and daring enough to invent a better world. And while I'm thanking people, to my family for putting up with phone calls for 4 years of ongoing midlife crises, and to my a cappella group, Notes and Keys, thank you for filling my life with music. Most of all, thank you to the leaders of Co-op, Columbia's outdoor orientation program. Being surrounded by a group of people so committed to sharing their love of Columbia with incoming first years has been the biggest of privileges. You've been my family through rain and shine, through gorp and glitter, and your eternal energy and depth of your commitment to the people around you will inspire me for many more. A few weeks ago, I snuck up onto the roof of Mud. Sorry, Dean Boyce. And looking out over campus, I was struck by just how small it seemed, spanning only a few blocks and 2 avenues. But in just 4 years, we made this little rectangular world, filling it with more memories, laughter, and friendships than I ever could have imagined, and it sure is bittersweet to leave. So, goodbye, class of 2017, goodbye, Columbia, and goodbye, holographic weightlifter. Roar, Lions, roar, and congrats on graduating. And now, to present the Columbia Engineering Class of 2017 Senior Gift, I'd like to welcome to the podium Kaushik Tiwari, the Senior Fund Committee Chair.
Thank you, Noah. Before we announce the results, I'd like to extend our thanks and appreciation to the members of the 2017 Senior Fund Committee. Please stand. And now I welcome Dean Boyce to the podium for this presentation. On behalf of the Senior Fund Committee, we proudly present to you this scroll with the names of every senior who has participated in our class gift of $13,624 from student donations. Thank you. To my fellow graduates today, I thank you for your amazing generosity and spirit. I hope that you'll remember the wonderful experiences that you have during your time at Columbia Engineering and remain involved as alumni. It is now my pleasure to introduce Professor Suleiman Kachani, Senior Vice Dean of Columbia Engineering and Vice Provost for Teaching and Learning of Columbia University, who will present the Graduate Awards. Please welcome Dean Kachani.
Thank you, Kaushik. I'm now pleased to present the Graduate Student Awards to those students who embody and preserve the ideals and heritage of the Fu Foundation School of Engineering and Applied Science. The Morton B. Friedman Memorial Prize for Excellence is presented this year to Yelena Marasevich Diakonikolas. Yelena received her master's and doctoral degrees from our Department of Electrical Engineering, where she was awarded the Electrical Engineering MS Award of Excellence. She is currently a postdoctoral associate at Boston University and a visiting scholar at MIT. Her thesis research was awarded the 2015 Qualcomm Innovation Fellowship and was featured in IEEE Spectrum. She was named one of the 10 women in networking communications that you should watch in 2016. Yelena designed the first cellular networking hands-on lab, receiving the Genie Degree 2013 Best Educational Paper Award and the Jacob Millman Prize for Excellence in Teaching Assistance. Congratulations, Yelena. The Graduate Student Life Leadership Awards are given this year to Juan Guillermo Londono Lozano and Pratyush Nalam. Their participation and involvement at Columbia have enhanced the spirit of graduate student life on campus, creating a more purposeful, caring, and celebrative community. Juan is receiving his PhD in civil engineering and engineering mechanics. He has served as both a research assistant and teaching assistant in various courses. Juan was a founding member of the Columbia Latin American Student Society, an active contributor to the Engineering Graduate Student Council, and Engineering Achievers in Graduate Education. He's now a project engineer at Thornton Tomasetti's Wedlinger Applied Science practice. Pratyush has demonstrated exceptional leadership on the Engineering Graduate Student Council, where he has developed and launched professional development opportunities for fellow engineering students. Additionally, he served on the Senate Committee for Students with Disabilities. Pratyush is an aspiring entrepreneur, and he's now a software engineer in the Cloud and Enterprise Division of Microsoft. Please join me in congratulating Juan and Pratyush. I'm pleased to now introduce Yifan Wang, who was selected by the faculty and her peers to speak on behalf of graduate students at Class Day. Yifan has been a role model and friend to other students during her time at Columbia Engineering, where she has worked diligently to complete a Master's of Science in Operations Research. Upon graduating, she will return to China, where she plans to apply her new skills to Chinese financial markets. Please help me welcome to the podium Yifan Wang.
Thank you, Dean Kachani. Good afternoon. You all look great today. I want to thank President Bollinger, Dean Boyce, Dean Kuchani, Columbia Engineering, the IOR department, my professors, and my classmates. You all have made my experience at Columbia unforgettable. I didn't expect to be selected to be the graduate student speaker. I feel very privileged to be standing here to share my Columbia story with you. Even though we may have different experiences, our emotions are similar. The anxiety for exams, the joy for no more classes, and the sadness for leaving Columbia today. The first time I visited Columbia was 5 years ago. At that time, I could not imagine it would ever be my alma mater. However, after hard preparation for exams, projects, and internships, like everyone sitting here, I made it, giving up my job in Beijing and coming to Columbia to pursue my academic dream. The dynamic nature of financial markets and the application of quantitative skills have always appealed to me. What I've gained is so much greater than what I left behind. This is the best choice I've ever made. There are so many unique experiences at Columbia Engineering. I enjoy working with talented engineers like you, chatting with friends from all over the world. The Columbia engineer professors are like superstars who I could only meet in textbooks before. And now they encourage me to express my thoughts. But it is more than engineering here. The cross-registration experience with other schools is so cool. And there, I was able to leverage and apply the quantitative skills I learned from our school. I also have fond memories of going after class to the gym, which is always open to us, though we can hardly find any available equipment there. Columbia not only carries our unique memories, but also offers us confidence to live in a competitive city like New York. I was a girl who could not speak English confidently, who knew nothing about the US financial market. But now I've grown to the person who stands here today, who works in a financial services company dealing with entrepreneurs successfully. And now that we have grown, we are ready to graduate. Graduation is another start rather than an end. And we are ready for the challenges in this new chapter of our lives. The knowledge we learned, the confidence we gained, and the skills we acquired at Columbia Engineering enable us to solve tough problems our humanity is facing. We will all accomplish many great things in the years ahead. But remember, no matter how far we go to pursue our dreams, we should often come back home to Columbia Engineering. I want to thank Columbia in Mandarin. 感谢哥大. Thank you, Columbia. Congratulations on your graduation, class of 2017. Next, I would like to introduce Rene Testa, the Columbia Engineering Alumni Association President. Welcome.
Thank you, Yifan. At this pivotal point in your careers, and in fact in your lives, it's a privilege and a pleasure to be addressing you. I come today as president of Columbia Engineering Alumni Association to offer congratulations and a warm welcome on behalf of the roughly 35,000 alumni worldwide who are all members of CEAA, just as you now become. It is with much pride and expectation that we welcome you to the class of 2017. Today, you join a worldwide network of colleagues who share the rigorous educational experience you've received here at Columbia. As students, the school has provided you not only with a foundation for professional opportunities, but more importantly, an analytical base and mindset with which to pursue any endeavor. And in the process, you have made lasting friendships. As alumni, we in turn have a responsibility to share broadly all of the transformative ways in which Columbia engineering has shaped us, whether through mentoring, volunteering, or simply staying in touch. We count on you now to continue the tradition to help ensure that our school retains its greatness for the generation of Columbia engineers to come. I'm in a particularly good position to tell you that the link to Columbia engineering is a lifelong one. As a student, a graduate, a faculty member for many years, and as an active alumnus, I have experienced that strong linkage just as I have witnessed it in so many former students. I am certain that you will always remember your connection to this hallowed institution. And we, your fellow alumni in CEAA, are always here as your support network. I urge you all to keep in touch, be active, be true Columbia Blue. Congratulations from 35,000 of us to the class of 2017. Each year, a number of CEAA awards recognize outstanding student, alumni, and faculty achievements. Our school's tradition of excellence is sustained first and foremost by the caliber of our students. In celebration of your excellence, CEAA has created the Distinguished Student Leadership Award in honor of Charles Candell, class of 1911. This award is given to two graduating students, one undergraduate and one graduate, who have promoted the best interests of Columbia, participated in a wide array of co-curricular activities, actively contributed to student alumni affairs, and who embody the traditions of so many past and present alumni. This year's awardees are two outstanding individuals. As the first female engineer to lead Columbia Spectator, this year's undergraduate recipient led an organization of over 270 student writers and staff, working tirelessly to keep all members of our community informed and engaged with Columbia News. Through her work as editor-in-chief at the Spec, she has also helped SEAS alumni stay connected to our campus here in Morningside High. Please join me in congratulating this year's undergraduate recipient, Caroline Chu. This year's graduate recipient has served as president of Columbia's National Society of Black Engineers chapter, led the Delta Sigma Theta sorority, and mentored fellow Columbia students through the Double Discovery Center. During her time at Columbia, she has been the epitome of selfless student leadership and dedicated countless hours in support of the Columbia community. I ask you to join me in congratulating this year's graduate recipient, Deborah Owolabi. In addition to our student recognitions, one of my great pleasures as president of CAA and as a past faculty member is to recognize the outstanding faculty of our school. The Distinguished Faculty Teaching Award has been awarded each year for the past 20 years to Columbia engineering educators in recognition of excellence in teaching. Today, based in part on your course evaluations, CEEAA honors Julius Chang and John Paisley as recipients of this year's Distinguished Faculty Teaching Award. Julius Chang is a lecturer in civil engineering, a colleague, where he teaches graduate and undergraduate courses in construction engineering and management. Dr. Chang is also a professional associate at HDR, a leading consulting engineering firm, his area of interest being infrastructure asset management and innovative project delivery methods. John Paisley is assistant professor in the Department of Electrical Engineering. His interests focus on statistical machine learning with broad application to data analysis. He is also associated with the Data Sciences Institute here at Columbia. Please join me in congratulating these two faculty members. Finally, I have the distinct pleasure of welcoming back to campus our Jubilee class of 1967. Jubilee graduates are alumni celebrating their 50th year reunion and who maintain a lifelong connection with the school. I invite our Jubilee alumni from the class of 1967 to please stand and be recognized for this milestone occasion. Now I would like to invite Engineering Dean Mary Boyce back to the podium.
Thank you, Rene. And congratulations, Columbia Engineering Class of 2017. Today is really a magnificent day, a special day, a day of joy, to celebrate and to reflect upon your time here at Columbia. You have come to Columbia Engineering from across the country and from around the world. You each brought your own unique self to Columbia, your talents, your perspectives, your aspirations. You have shared these with one another, with our faculty, with Columbia. You've each charted your own path through Columbia, defining your unique Columbia experience. You will each soon be leaving Columbia enriched by this deep intellectual community and worldview. You will be graduating with a degree in engineering and applied science from the greatest school in the greatest university in the greatest city of the world. Congratulations. And you're sharing this special day with the wonderful friends you have made here, who are standing with you here today. The friendships and connections you have made here will last a lifetime. You're forever connected to one another, and you are connected to thousands of people around the globe, a select worldwide community of people that proudly call themselves Columbia alumni. Now you will be starting the next phase of your journey. You're graduating at a moment in history when engineering has never been more central to society, more needed to address the pressing challenges facing humanity. Kai-Fu Lee inspired us with his words, the potential for AI to revolutionize and positively transform our lives and lives around the world. This positive transformational impact is not only enabled by AI, but also by engineering more broadly. In fact, it's nearly impossible to think of an area of life or a field or a discipline where engineering is not playing a transformative role today. Our profession has enormous opportunities for impact, from addressing climate, reducing the carbon footprint, to creating new avenues for clean air and water, advancing health and wellness, from understanding disease to developing new diagnostics and therapeutics, enhancing our connectivity to one another and to the world, addressing physical, financial, and cyber security, harnessing the challenges and the opportunities presented by data science and by nanoscience, providing new avenues for greater creativity and joy through technology. Many of you are entering fields that are changing rapidly. Some even look different today than when you started at Columbia. This accelerating pace of change should excite you. The knowledge that you have gained here, the projects you have collaborated on with fellow students, the research you have pioneered, the internships which have expanded your base, the questions you have debated with your peers and with faculty, the many nights you have spent working long and hard on problem sets or studying for exams. As Cosmos implied, this brings a whole new meaning to the phrase, the city that never sleeps. All of these things have helped shape you and prepare you as you move into the future. Engineering is now recognized as a foundational degree that prepares you for any career, for any future, and for the many turns your future will take. It prepares you for lifelong learning, for rapidly adapting to change, for persistence, for thoughtful leadership, and for real impact. Earlier this spring, we unveiled an exciting new vision for the school, one built on our proud history of discovery, innovation, and impact, while also looking ahead to the areas where Columbia engineers have the ability and the power to make a real difference in the world, to harness our creativity, our talent, and our persistence to bring real impact and sustainability in health, in security, in connectivity, and in creativity. We call that vision Columbia Engineering for Humanity, and you can see this embodied in the stamp imprinted on the inside of your programs. Columbia Engineering for Humanity reflects our great past, our present, and our aspirations for the future. It embodies our frontier education, our research and innovation, but also, importantly, embodies our people, our students, our faculty, our alumni. You each embody Columbia Engineering for Humanity. You, me, the faculty, all of us together. I want to invite you to think about what this means to you now and going forward. Perhaps you traveled to Morocco or Uganda with Engineers Without Borders. You brainstormed with teammates on design challenges on urban water or sensing for the city in Rio de Janeiro, or addressed the Ebola crisis in Western Africa. Or you thought deeply about a global problem that technology could impact for the Columbia Venture Competition. Some of you worked with middle school and high school students to expose them to the excitement of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Some of you started clubs or organized software and hardware or maker development courses and hackathons so that fellow students could have a more creative, hands-on learning experience here at Columbia. Some of you worked on biomedical product development to invent effective forms of diagnosis and treatment, or used machine learning to find new angles for thinking about age-old problems and questions, from social justice to financial security to robust electric grids. Or you invented new ways to harness light or design chips for revolutionizing computation and autonomous systems, or drones for cleaner and reliable agricultural systems, algorithms for animation. You've researched how roads, bridges, and tunnels can be more resilient and more sustainable, and how cities could be made smarter and more enjoyable for those who live in them. Our amazing faculty and you, our amazing student body, embody Columbia Engineering for Humanity every day. Our vision and aspiration captures Kai-Fu's advice to bring your empathy, your humanity, and your heart together with your engineering talent to impact our world. And we cannot wait to see how you build this vision in the next phase, in your next 10 years. You entered Columbia as some of the best and brightest students. You have an appreciation for equations, so I'm sure that you can see how Columbia has given you an incredible amplification factor. There are many pieces to this equation: your first-class education, your supportive peers who helped and challenged you, teachers who encouraged and inspired you, and let's not forget our incredible location, the world capital, New York City. This Columbia education has enabled you to discover more about yourself, develop more in every dimension, and expand your perspective and your horizons. I speak for the entire faculty and staff when I say that you have inspired us. We have been so inspired to see what you accomplish and what you will accomplish going forward, whether it was in the lab or outside the lab, in the classroom, outside the classroom, and what you will do in the future. Most important, you met and connected with an incredibly talented and diverse set of peers from across the nation and around the world. These are your friends, your allies, your Midnight Network, and your second family, your Columbia family. So take a moment to look around, to thank one another. Take a moment and congratulate each other. You have also been supported along this path by your family and your friends. Many of them are here to celebrate this special day with you. So take a moment, look to your left and look to your right. This is really amazing. Thank your family, thank your friends for all they've done for you. So as you prepare to leave Columbia, my message to you is that your Columbia education is about so much more than what you've learned in the classroom and in the laboratory. It has prepared you for a bold future. Your path may be engineering and technology focused, in industry or through an entrepreneurial startup, or it may be in academia, law, finance, medicine, business, or even in the fine arts. Whatever your path, your engineering and applied science foundation and your broader Columbia experience will inform everything you do. We hope you will have the courage to choose the direction that you care most deeply about, to change direction when needed, and to bring your signature to everything you do. You will always look back proudly on this day, the day you became part of the Columbia legacy. So, to the C's class of 2017, I join with your family, your friends, our faculty and staff to acknowledge your talent, your creativity, your achievements, and your perseverance that you have brought with you here today on the South Lawn. Congratulations, class of 2017. And now, as we make a transition from students to alumni, I'm pleased to present on your behalf 2 awards to honor exceptional faculty members who represent the highest standards of excellence and leadership in areas that have directly impacted the lives of students here at Columbia. The first award is the Edward and Carol Kim Award for Faculty Involvement. In appreciation for their son Brian's experience here as a student, the Kims created this award to honor a faculty member who is not only an excellent teacher, but also shows a special and a personal commitment to students. In recognition of her role as mentor, advisor, and caring professor, I'm pleased to present the Kim Award for Faculty Involvement to Katie Barmak-Vaziri, the Phillips Electronics Professor of Applied Physics and Applied Mathematics. Those of you who have had classes with Professor Barmak know that she's an outstanding scholar whose teaching is praised by her students. Her mentorship and advising have helped countless students secure internships and research positions, and most of all, gain a lifelong appreciation for the hidden nature of materials. They have all benefited greatly from her dedication and her personal attention. She has also led the planning and establishment of the Transmission Electron Microscope Facility, which is critical for advanced material science and nanotechnology research across Columbia. So congratulations, Katie. The second award was created by engineering alum and university trustee Armin Evanesians and his wife Jeanette to honor a faculty member whose actions encourage men and women from diverse backgrounds to become part of the academic community of engineering education. This year, I'm proud to present the Jeanette and Armin Evanesians Diversity Award to the Lenfest Earth Institute Associate Professor of Climate Change, Alyssa Park. Professor Park has been a tireless champion for her students and a role model for innovative research and mentoring of PhD students and junior researchers. Her research in carbon capture, utilization, and storage has broad impact in practice and research. Students mentored by her have gained real opportunities to translate ideas into impact. One graduate student is even traveling to Beijing to work with Professor Park through our global center as part of a new startup called Green Ore, which is dedicated to sustainable energy solutions. This is a wonderful achievement that could not have happened without Alyssa's support. Congratulations, Alyssa. And now, it is my great pleasure to introduce the 19th president of Columbia University, President Lee Bollinger. President Bollinger is a preeminent legal scholar and a stalwart defender of the First Amendment and free speech. During his 15-year presidency, he has been instrumental in making Columbia University one of the premier research universities in the world and initiating its most ambitious expansion in more than a century, with Manhattanville being perhaps its most visible component. With the recent announcement of the Columbia Commitment, he has set a clear path forward for the university to work together to address the challenges facing our world today. He continues to be a strong supporter of the engineering school and our belief that engineering should be at the service of humanity. He has increased Columbia's global presence and reach, and now, with Columbia World Projects, has launched a new initiative that harnesses the collective talents of our faculty and of our students to find practical solutions to real-world problems and bring Columbia to a new level of impact. Please join me in welcoming President Lee Bollinger.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you very much, Mary. I want to extend my warmest congratulations to you, the class of 2017, and also to the parents and families and friends. I also want to thank Kai-Fu Lee for his wonderful talk. Like you, I was touched in hearing that he had his first date here and married his wife, which proves once again my view that Columbia is really a dating service masquerading as an institution of higher education. I want to be very brief. I will have the opportunity to speak to you on Wednesday, and I don't want to overextend my welcome. There are really just two things that I want and need to say to you. The first is about your field, engineering technology. It is becoming increasingly clear to everyone, and this is something you have known actually for a long time, that advances in these areas of knowledge are transforming the world. Whether it's the economy, the infrastructure of nations, human health, or the ways in which we access knowledge and communicate, virtually every part of life is not just affected, but in so many ways determined by what we have learned and can now do with engineering and technology. But the upshot of that fact is not only that we need to recognize their importance, but also that we need to consider always what human purposes, what ends of life are being served by this knowledge. And so I urge you to consider always the moral, social, and political implications of what we do with engineering and technology. This is an easy recommendation, I know, but it is very hard to do. In my own field of the Constitution, I've seen the courts and the Supreme Court struggle over the decades with how to incorporate new technologies of communication, radio, TV, cable, the internet, and I've seen new technologies of communication struggle to how to incorporate the ethos of the values of freedom of speech and press. This brings me to my second point, your school. It gives me enormous pleasure and pride to see how the School of Engineering and Applied Sciences is flourishing. Under the wonderful leadership of Dean Mary Boyce and the faculty, SEAS has reached new heights of academic excellence. What truly distinguishes SEAS, of course, and your education in it, is its integration into the life of the mind and in a liberal arts tradition. This is a wonderful gift to the school, to the university, and to the broader world, and to you, its graduates. I hope you always treasure this unique and very special character of SEAS and take appropriate pride in it. Congratulations. I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. Thank you.
So at this time, all undergraduate degree recipients and candidates will be invited to the stage for recognition. Before we start that, I want to say a few words about this undergraduate class of 2017. This is the first undergraduate class that I have followed each of you from your entering to completion. For those who entered as first years, I entered as a first year. And so I just thought wanted to acknowledge that because we're all in this together, and it's really a pleasure to see you graduate today. So advisors from the James H. and Christine Turk Barrick Center for Student Advising and from the Undergraduate Student Affairs and Global Programs who have supported these students throughout their Columbia careers have the honor of reading each graduate's name as they process across the stage. I ask that you please refrain from applause, family, friends, until all members of the class have returned to their seats. And so we begin.
I'll hand them to you, so don't take them out of my hand. I'll hand them to you. But they're going to come fast. Who's going first? Cosmos? Noah first. Noah first, then Lisa, and Cosmos. Okay. Noah Jacob Zwieben. Ka Lisa Lay. Cosmos Sabindi. Maciej Biernacki. Sarah Young. Mina Kim. Sahir Jagi. Christina Andreeva. Tyler Cowan. Tess Elizabeth Keys Sursansky. Lizette Delgado. Sydney James Perkins. Naya John. Kaushik Kumar Tiwari. Carolyn Chu. Anthony John Pincero. Richard K. Forgeoir. John Cote Cote. Brendan Ross Stewart. Prerna Kohli. Elaine McDonald. Jibin Lee Grabscheid Hillen. Sarah Nicole Govea. Mitchell Ellis Bustillo. Christopher S. On. Aramel Andreas Peña Alcantara. Mert Everin Selamet. Joshua Wilkinson Hughes. Jessica Vandebon. Zaheen Tasneem Sarkar. Amanda Marie Jimenez. Umo Wei. Zain Zenin Zimbarain. Jonathan Barrios. Ishan Guru. Stephanie Ying Huang. Nina Singh Sabharwal. Samuel Weinreb. Priya Sharma Medberry. Nina Alexandra Moisevich. Erica Y. McManus. Roberta Locke. Alexandra Nusden. Anne Huan Zhang. Fiona Mary Rowan. Sneha Silwal. Eunice Ametha Coker. Sandra Schaefer. Michael Allen Berkson. Sean Collins Muboyo. Erica Aileen Yee. Emily Wang Meng. Edmund Jair Cho. Macklin Brandwine. Sean Inouye. Alec James Anichowski. Meredith Page Polly. Samantha Weiner. Matthew Piccolella. Thibaut Baptiste Knupfer. Stanley George Brown III. Rashed Al-Quda. Yadir Lakhal. Evan Hertefeld. Anurag Reddy Chinnapalli. Stanislav Carol Pacini III. Sherry Q. Michelle Yisu Liu. Shuyo Liu. Olivia Sidnia Caballero. Chao Yu Lu. Chen Zhang. Kritika Suri. Urbano San Roman. Zanwer Faraj. Juliana Kim. Lin Hao Zhong. Tianhu Fang. Chi Quan Edwin Chan. Ji Hong Tong. Chai Shi Lu. Chiu Sao. Tianchi Zhong. Emmanuel Yanev. Derek Wayne Trofe. Alexander Franklin Bati. Kyle Austin Bauer. Jessica Sheff. Rebecca Speckenbach. Anna Heath. Bradley Ray Beeksma. Benji Griffin. Adelaide Graham Young. Jefferson Hancock. Yasmin Adriana Mulla Carrillo. Maxwell Dunn. Oliver Marcus Gruterick. William Eugene McKee. Ricardo Andres Fritzky. Anna Masterkova. Manuel Choffert. Jesse William Matza. Allison Spencer. Madeline Lindy. Carolyn Duggan Trimble.
Jake Abit Ball. Adam Noguera Hadar. Alicia Krivokapic. Emmanuel Kumandakis. Chiara Vallini. Andres David Soto. Mohamed Tufaha. Daniel Frank Massimino. Mathieu Luigi Gavaudon. Marc-Alphonse Desauvage. Darren Sean Chen. Tiger Zhuo. Lina Huang. Yohanan Soa. Eitan Rothman. Alexandra Marie de la Santina. Anna Catherine Libby. Adam Paul Chelminsky. Hua Zheng. Chun Fung Xu. Colton John During. Jenna Fontaine. Lisbeth Peña Flores. Courtney Elizabeth Beckwith. Oliver Casper Conkel. Lenan Wang. Sophia Dolan. Ryan Patrick Zimmerman. Junhoo Yoon. Brandon Akshan Bakshai. Kevin Teng. John Mavrudes. Anthony Limani. Anel Redzematovic. Stephen Ho. Samuel Meshoyer. Cecilia Simas. Duru Kayagolu. Mehmet Atesalp. Pelin Cheliker. Sonakshi Bose Roy. Youssef Safan. Alexander Kontos. Diego Delgado. Frank Cabada. Michael Ethan Berkowitz. Daniel Rojas. Marisa Ojeda. Lara Eastman. Yaman Turkmen. Yigit Ilya Seftali. Kyle Lee. Yangseon Jo. Christy Chi Young Ho. Dada Yon Song. Shin Shu. Ryoshin Ji Yong. Rui Ding. Akash Reddy Kancharla. Larry Anthony Xiao. Ishan Koluri. Harris Nair. Calvin Tian Lee. Ho Wei Chen. Tamas Sarvari. Keenan Eugene Sumner Albee. Nathan Mendel Werner. Jessica Ruth David Jackson, Bo Fan, Nadim Amin Masad, Alicia Musa, Ayu Tang, Crystal Hannah Tanaka, Kevin Ye, James Shui, Carrie Susan Cook, Ashrit Bagali, Robert Gregory Frierson, Allison Wei Cheng Peng, Laura Casey Karandang, Emma Shea, Shan Fen Won, Ling Xuan Yang, Jingshua Shen, Chinedu Okorafor, Stephanie Burgos, Vikas Arun, Jacqueline Lee, Aparaji Maitra, Carolina Lazzaro, Risa Antonia Paredes Juarez, Taylor Alexandra Thompson, Xiok Hyun Hong, Dexter Eugene Callender III, Kelsey Nanan, Bindi P. Patel, Thomas Scott Rasmussen, Jonathan Albert Cohen, Daniel Isaac Gonzalez, David Alexander Sanchez, Alan Michael Andreas Wiedmer, Kevin Wang, Christina Han Nguyen, Faith Junyang Yu, Kathleen Gao Fan, William Yu, Alexandra Sasha Sklurienko, Joshua Alexander Goldman, Reese Pierre Pereira, Ji Young Jung, Zoe Zagers, David Emery Brown,
Akul Aurora, Jesse John Van Mata, Ricardo Moritz Martinez, Kyle Kevin Mosquito, Vaibhav Sava Leela, Jose Carlos Mata, Shafuk Kulich, Victoria Fernandez Grande, Matthew Sagianis, Haley Catherine Caddis, Christina Michaels, Jamar K. Liebert, Zenray Leo, Martin Luis Perez Colon, Jacob Michael Greenberg, Ojus Sudarshan Sathe, Eli Zachary Epperson, Varun Hegde, Alexander Ashton Brown, Min-hee Lee, Nam Ji Park, Andrew Sangwan Kim, Yu Du, Jingru Rina Hu, Gayang Lee, Daniel Moskowitz, David Verdi, Anna Juchinik, Harry Munro, Leon An, Tian Liang, Shuyan Hua, Hyungjun Nam, Taeyung Che, Peter Sangwoo Lee, Zachary Ho, Victoria Ming Lee, Sai Putara Prasit, Sarah Leong, Jocelyn Avendano, Vichaya Pulvarok, Winnie Yangchi Chu, Veronica Genevieve Timpain, Gabrielle Ashley Taylor, Mitchell Allen Guzenko, Kevin Chen, Ben Yehuda Israeli, Jorge Antonio Orbe, Jonathan Jerome Pagan, Kevin Polit Bakiro, Rajiv Thamburaj, Abhinav Goyal, Henry Jacob Shulavitz, Nicodemo Damian Scarfo, Jamie Roland Alexander Hall, Alyssa Posation, Hee-Wing Jung, Levi Oliver, Rafi Zhang, Max Mattioli, Arshia Alam Harandi, Colette Mary McCulloch, Maria Caitlin Torres, Xiaotsang Susan Liu, William Gustavo Rodriguez, Shane Cho, Jocelyn Nonyo, Maimuna Hossein, Carlos G. Morales, Patricio Javier Torres, Devon Chad Etchety, Ava Zhu, Justin Soyoung Lee, Juwan Park, Julian Manuel Viel Jr., Douglas Soto, Sanria Taladu Dewa, Trevana Colleen Miko, Ketura M. Bethel, Azizat Adi Sokan, Song Jun Bei, Harun Mohammed Mian, Tiffany Ogonekwe Twedo, Desho Ikechi DK, Aria Melise Perkins, Ashley Marietta Bell, Tyler Alexander Allen, Jenny Lee, Corey Andre Petgrave, Karim Kasson Stanley, Drew Feldman, Avi Kaplan Schwarzschild, Jake Weissman, Keith Connor Brady, Samuel Obina Nodim, Martina Achangkang Atabong, Triana Kylie Stewart, Sharvinia Datan Kasi Amira Neblet, Jonathan Kana Voss, Lauren Rideford, Brian Hisashi Louis, Christopher Chang, Andrew Lee Sohn, Gary M. Lin, Andrew Chen, Mukan Subramanian, Ankit M. Shah, Hussam Shakir Abdul Kafi, Yuan Heng Liu, Christopher Lam, Stephen Koh, Anshul Doshi, Sebastian Jose Ortega,
Robert Kutkowski, Frederick Nicholas Anea, Priscilla Yuping Wong, Piyushi Bishnoi, Florian Shabanaj, David Pu, Joshua Nuez, Stephen Yulahanan, Min Trong, Jiaxing Su, Julian Sean Edwards, Benjamin Lerner, Rafael Gatti Takasu, Ignacio Torres, David Philip Alper, Anthony Kim, John Robert Heiselman IV, Srihari Devaraj, Brian Yu, Ratchet Mohan, Alan Go, Jacob Graff, Abhi Chatterjee, Daniel Hong, Ilan Buchwald, Amritha Musaputla, Nina Kumar, Rebecca Grace Cardelloni, Lara Elaine Warner, Alice Huang, Maya Patel, Georgiana Young, Mendy Lin, Kathy Wong, Helen Elizabeth Leddy, Farah Mehdi Simpson, Wan Ying Lee, Harsha Vamuri, Ricky Abichandani, Edu Roth, Rhea Maduri Padalkar, Mayank Muhadyan, Soren Campbell Mortvet, Harrison Michael Dittmeyer, Jae Hyun Park, Ludovico Iago Bassetti, Emily Elizabeth La Battaglia, Ming Xing Zhou, Lindsay Nicole Witt, Cameron Marie Staton, Edwin Vargas Sejas, David Zhang Hao, Pakwasi Douglas Bunzi Taylor, Charles Michael Visconti Jr., Sean Homstead McDonald, Joseph George Wibby III, Clayton Garmin Baumgart, Will Samuel Clifford, Bayard A. Neville, Min Sun Kim, Sung Hee Han, Ju Hee Kong, Gayung Kim, Andrew Sao, Katie Young, Mary Catherine Montgomery, Alexander Wang, Christopher Lawrence Harris, Gedyon Jonas Metaferia, Natan Felika Kebret, Sol Raj Joshi, Justin Harrison Mann, Kevin Kaifun Shaw, Simon Francis Fox, Paulo Eduardo Lima Parente, James Delgado, Rishi Tandon, Brandon Vincent Mazzio, Julian Marcelo Radice, Vidal Jamie Nino de Guzman, Luis Pena, John Robert Bender, Arya Pusiku, Timothy Lee-Ming Goodwin, James Walter Page, Kevin C.K. Wang, Jonathan Matthew Yee, Anne-Marie Chen, Rio Kono, Anthony James Hawley, Cynthia Lynn Califf, Jeremy Lin, Derek Francis Neto, Ha Young Kim, Peter Jacob Lunning Prock, Dexter D. Antonio, Christopher J. Kunkel, Benjamin Daniel Mochtinger, William Church, Vincent Zhao, Nicholas John Primiano, Crystal Mejia Marquez, Adil Tayeb, Walid Rahman, Hae Sung Kim, Jong Jun Kim, Oliver Y. Willens, Pyle Rana, Stanley Spencer Sandoval.
Okay, so let's give a round of applause to our graduating Bachelor of Science degrees class of 2017. At this time, all graduate degree recipients and candidates will be invited to the stage for recognition. Staff leaders who have supported these students throughout their Columbia careers have the honor of reading each graduate's name as they process across the stage. I ask you again to refrain from applause until all members of the class have been called. Thank you. And so we begin again.
Yifan Wang, Ashwira Iyer, Shubran Bansal, Siri Haricharan, Niraka Purebre, Nitish Chauhan, Kratika Sharvistava, Min Chi Wan, Daryl Chua, Yu Ning Kong, Chinjae Miao, Xingtang Zhang, Yi Qing Chia, Shihao Zhang, Yi Jing Feng, Lundai Zhang, Junwei Liao, Yui Zhao, Tao Yu, Shizuan Han, Jinyan Zheng, Jiabin Chen, Nabil Khan, Hitao Baman, Yaxing Zhu, Ashwin Krishnan, Ian Pong, Luke Hao, Tessiro Harmayanto, Michael Sweeney, Gregory Salomon, Alamu Majite, Ignacio Araguren, Fan Bowei, Yishao Zing, Tony Xiao Yang Li, Yiming Wang, Liho Jing Yu, Wei Ying Yu, Jia Yue Hua, Shishao Lu, Boyuan Zhu, Anua Zhu, Yinglan Qi, Han Shaw, Shalian Lin, Ian Johnson, Vishal Junaja, Jose Daniel Ramirez Soto, Juan Martin Burguino, Diego Yarul, Carlos Espino Garcia, Yijing Sun, Ximei Lim, Haiyan Carol Yu, Yang Zhang, Jackie Young, Yu Guan, Xin Lu, Yi Chao Miao, Chunyi Jiang, Jiang Zhu, Si Chen Zhang, Mindan Chen, Tanaya Tali, Varun Jagdish Shetty, Anushaman Singh, Diksha Vamvari, Garraj Sandekar, Bahul Jain, Ayush Jain, Sahil Jayash Shah, Gautam Sihag, Dejin Zhu, Qing Min, Shaning Ma, Zihan Liu, Ariel Hu, Claudio Flores Molina, Nicole Pifo Starkisleski, Nicole Mitra, Ashta Agrawal, Ashish Nanda, Jai Sharma, Arun Sharma, Arfeng Nguyen, Yuwei Zhang, Jising Lin, Nicholas Sudholm, Vadas Razgatis, Federico Locatelli, Dennis Gil Peron, Jakob Caras, Luca Lodi, Italo Cunto, Bernard Tony, Michael Moreau, Hangwei Liang, Zhang Shengpu, Zhang Wang, Jihao Zhou, Hao Wei Wu, Yiyuan Zhao, Xiao Shenhan, Ray Wang, Anqi Yang, Nicholas Carini, Praveen Joshua Kanagasabai, Shi Chi Lin, Yifan Wang, Shire Kufigar, Michelle Cotlite, David Ding, Samuel Gulef, Iwen Luo, Xing Lan, Alareza Zarian, Kai Wai Mak, Rashvavinda Sirigari Hanamush, Vikas Mohandas, Jingxia Ma, Wanqi Zhu, Danyang Pang, Sun Shi Yan, Nan Teng, Serena Liu, Michelle Levine, Gaurav Rakhta, Masaira Abdul Mahid, Luz Araya Reshepo Zavinakis, Elias Hussein, Shruti Pandey, Gianna Creadorlio, Anna Dorfi, Anar Rajan, Abhishek Dash, Shai Wen Chu, Iris Zhang, Ray Sai, Yu Chen Julie Chen, John Chung, Xiang Bing Ji, Munan Chang, Yanwei Deng, Zi Li, La Zi Yun, Dizeng Shen, Yuan Zhang, Jialei Zhang, Guanbing Xu, Yula Xu, Mingzhen Han, Tianshan Wang, Hu Liu, Kaidi Liu, Zhengbang Li, Yungzheng Chang, Shairan Ye, Yusei Tsai, Jiamin Chen, Jason Wing Yi Lao, Xiaoqing Chen, Jiwei Wang, Shane Yang, Zhu Chen, Selena Jinji Xia, Chen Rao Shao, Li Tao Tung Chao,
Yi Ting Li, Yun Lang Hu, Pasakorn Thanapaisan, Yi Lun Guo, Yi Jiang Zhu, Dian Wang, Jingjing Liu, Ti Zhang, Shuo Huang, Tao Wang, Chong Xie, Yan Chen, Chen Ling, Yi Luo, Xiao Wen Zhang, Yu Xuan Chen, Sigal Winfield, Jason Tsui, Ron Long Shen, Neha Gupta, Olka Guliyeva, Gokche Shahin, Sotira Shivalotro, Janvich Wanchipapat, Louis Jesuram, Kalmil Choi, Michael Adwan, Osman Kalik, Bahar Azveren, Kushwanas Shalataram, Sharan Suryavarananan, Rakesh Yalagada, Srihari Sridhar, Nathaniel Jones, Zhu Chia Chen, Ryan Joseph, Ming Yu Lee, Alex Gandhi, Jason Moody, Miriam Klein, Zimeng Ji, Fen Zhang, Anthony Gerritsen, Lu Wei Zhang, Yan Zhang, Jiajia Zhang, Yun Shu Kai, Yi Su, Dian Yi Yang, Han Sun, Xu Jing Tong, Yu Lu Wu, Lin Hang Liu, Xin Xia, Hao Chen, Achyuth Shetty, Cheneru Onyeka, Job Kurunatil, Uma Reddy, Jason Shu, Hong Xuan Chen, Candice Ongado, Olga Pavlenko, Manavendra Mulye, Chi Wang, Gui Hao Liang, Anandanan Anthony, Akshan Kakar, Kang Nguyen, Kinshuk Sharma, Amber Goel, Avinash Ramalkan, Manoj Musale, Asta Maniar, Tarun Narang, Vikas Bansal, Gabriel Malik, Parth Parekh, Viral Shah, Parita Pooj, Ashwara Rajesh, Devanshi Vyas, Prakhar Srivastav, Rohan Kulkarni, Vinay Gaba, Arushi Aora, Suhanil Singhal, Nagev Navish, Yang Lee, Anitha Kabelaswaran, B.Y. Choi, Hyung Jin Kim, Chen Chen, Chi Shu, Chi An, Mei Chen Bian, Jisoo Park, Zhao Peng Liao, Dan Han, Ji Fei Giao, Henry Guo, Rohit Ganpuli, Yu Zhou Liu, Amirosen Amini, Azam Alfeas, Gary Eichmann, Jiayin Liang, Alexander Spagan, Shuni Fang, Manuel Reda,
Wu Jin Kim, Guangyuan Wang, Yi Song, Xiake Pan, Zhong Yuanyang, Giselle Sijue Huang, Meng Qi Zhao, Elika Fala, Awontiwa ER, Carlota Pereda, Fabiana Rodriguez, Andres Diaz, Niall Wise, Christina Shute, Victor Alvas da Porta, Xin Chen, Ye Ling, Teng Yang, Silong Wang, Yun Kai Sun, Qin Yuan Fu, Wei Qian Jian, Lina Wang, Mei Mei, Pascal Duguay, Arash Shamsian, Wei Peng Dang, Tian Tian, Yao Ruyi, Sadish Etria, Monica Gumta, Sania Arif, Shui Wang, Xinyi Chen, Liang Li, Di Ju, Morika Nalubu, Nilesh Chowdhury, Harsh Vranda Tiwari, Shamakur Jamaram, Nikhil Kandalawa, Andika Deshmukh, Skand Mishra, Konika Mulani, Mohammed Saribu, Jacob Doshido, Raymond Fu, Mary Miser, Jordan Chisen, Sheng Ling Wu, Yu Chen Shi, Zhui Gu, Alan McNaney, William Joseph McConnell, Jonelle Innocent, Michael Crafton, Jie Feng, Jessica Ellis, Emily Hereford, Ellen O'Brien, Chandan Kangugo, Suhas Gundu Rao, Aditya Bakri, Siren Jacobs, Qing Xu, Ming Jing, Yu Huizhang, Jia Shu Liang, Tulika Bahat, Ram Palrecha, Pooja Kumar, Ankit Jain, Rashina Shah, Shaut Buk, Sauran Jian, Palash Suhila Mati, Srini Srivana, Vani Alam Krutha Mogili, Ralston Boyce, Shivan Chowdhury, Sukanya Sarika Maher, Manita Menhra, Sanhar Amadou, Cheng Chen, Meng Chi Wang, Xu Yanxiao, Matthew Serbu, Alicia Kauskus, Rohan Rain, Shreya Kumar, Nikita Nathara, Xiao Chen Ma, Dre Ling Zhong, Jing Fang, Hui Su, Tian Hao Lu, Hai Yuan Cao, Yi Tongzhong, Yan Yan Zhang, Shravan Kumar Chandrasekaran, Risha Tha, Akhilesh Ramakrishnan, Michael Begium, Akshay Sharma, Rahi Shah, Qing Tianying, Tiyegesh Visvasnath, Jorge Guerrero Marin, Pratik Jadea, Avich Sai, Ravita Deshpandya, Sumaya Gutali, Amit Danda, Richa Sharma, Tarun Panchabuni, Shravan Kumar, Skanda Vishwana, Hardik Nanish, Vivek Tumapali, Prajit Mupidi, Yeshwant Buma Ramesh Babu, Shushank Murthy, Harish Karthikeyan, Sunny Agwar, Sorub Kumar, Priyank Lathwal, Harish Mahajian, Praya Kishore, Akansha Kundawal, Shamali Bapat, Parsh Parikh, Monica Tonga, Alakar Sirvani Rami, Lan Xing Din, Hao Peng, Geoffrey House, Andrew Grant, Bob Minmick, Daniel Koss Stephenson, Joshua Daniel Safin, Avijit Supreme, Fernanda Cabañas, Ya Ting Yu, Yuan Yu, Xin Chen Shen, Tian Yi Shao, Zi Chen Zhao, Xi Yu Liu,
Cha-Ching Tan, Jean Mei Chao, Jin Tao Zhu, Yo Ju Zhang, Yin Jin Chen, Yu Chun Zhao, Ya Xin Wang, Zhang Ji Li, Christina Papandimitriou, Talia Serotto, Shika Elizabeth Joseph, Fatima Ozbek, Rohita Murali Dirara, Abieta Billy, Antonio Prado, Changzhu Zhang, Alejandro Saltiel Kukier, Bradley Spees, Rachel Gosh, Enrique Lelo de la Lera Andrade, Marek Sabata, Sang Mi Ha, Genesis Anzures Chavez, Yi Xin Lo, Jeremy Ong, Ying Ki Lee, Crystal Ong, Jeffrey Kairala, Bertor Bergs Tor, Helgi Ingemundarson, Jorge Montano, Chen Xu, Hao Wen Pan, Gil Bandele, Georgios Matikas, Alison Fenichel, Francisco Arceo, Robert Faust, Lang Zhang, J.E. Yang Ji, Yi Dan Ga, Margaret Bellon, Caitlin Mars, Ji Min Lee, Yu Shen Sai, Sahar Lu, Mei Yan Ji, Karen He, Di Jin, Hao Fan, Harisu Liu, Zhao Nan, Gao Shen Yu, Chen Kun, Shan Ho Lin, Chang Hen Lin, Terry New, Austin CK, Srinivasan Pari, Bharath Sharma, Kartik Narasimhan, Yang Dra Huo, Chang Liu, Ker Ying Li, Ray Lu, Ray J. Zhang, Jing Xiu Gu, Liu Wang Wang, Song Go, Hao Liang Lu, Dai Lin Shen, Yang Yao, Chinan Wang, Qishang Wang, Ming Jing Chun, Yu Wang, Gaurav Gite, Yu Ki Miura, Su Ching, Chao Yu Zhang, Ronan Su, Xiyan Yue, Liuja Zhang, Mong Ching Wang, Bachviet Do, Rohit Garutna, Kavya Premikur Mar, Gerard Convento, Joseph Baker, Juan Pablo Colomer, Abhijit Roy, Alankrit Johari, Paras Kaitan, Mihir Pillai, Debashish Sanyal, Devrat Moore, Samdeep De, Ranjit Kumar Shangmuga Visvanathan, Adarsh Murthy, Abhinav Iyapan, Marshall Van Loon, Rashida Naim, Tezita Watts, Xing Jen Zhang, Robert Neyhouse, Chen Zhang, Lin Ao,
Hu Shan Sui, Kan Ting Yu, Jean Diaz, Sylvia Santos, Anuba Bagarva, Shu Patrick Chow, Rikin Madir, Zaltan Onadi Zooks, Howlin Wong, Xiaowei Pang, Ying Sun, Tran Sun, Yuantan Yu, Junying Chu, Kekshu Tian, Tianyi Yao, Xing Chi, Arush Vasey, Daruv Agarwal, Karen Kalara, Shreya Guantam, Shrikar Quatra, Shawat Chandra Vazaraju, Zichi Yuen, Yuki Zhu, Tang Min, Ijo Shin, Arjun Joka, Koku Ejibatoki, Brian Harja Diparta, Axel Bakli Chavif, Nakita Filipov, Sharona K, Irina Kleinkin, Alexandra Rodriguez, Sergio Sanchez, Rishkath Chadakarasyan, Ashwin Kartik, Eshra Ragarajan, Tracy Zhu, Jesse Gong, Fayez Akakbra, Karine Tukan, Mohammed Rajib Quela, Uma Masia, Sriram Mudaharan, Dwalnil Mata, Christopher Perkins, Amin Nadum, Guido Giardini, Jaime Andres Gatica, Yerdios Emmanuel, Emmanuel Inamopolius, Henry Vagan, Killian Rutherford, Thomas Dutre, Ramiro Nuva, Michael Treach, Rajan Bhargav, Rajvinda Bamarja, Jonathan Balone, Wesley Bruning, Shreya Shrivastava, David Watkins, Oriana Fuentes, Zachary Ellenbogen, Leah Pecker, Derek Novo, Moonshri Gangwar, Gideon Mendels, Pacham Preet Kaur, Stephanie Berger, Manu Gadham, Yu Chen, Shan Jing, Tien He Shun, Ian Bensko, Bernardo Malfiatano, Laura Ripley, Shi Chen, Xiaonan Duan, K.U. Lai, Kevin Ha, Jeffrey Gunlicks, Raphael Peles, Nancy Shea, Ray Chung Shea, Andrew Pitts, Joni Michi, Hangru Zhang, Wenwei Sun, Yiyin Wang, Xiyin Li, Keijing Zhang, Gregory Comer, Tala Chuktai, Lars Patrick Roller, Viat Krashachandi, J.D. Rajendra Soni, Pinak Parag Shah, Sumona Nair, Halil Rajir Kaur, Manzu Zhang, Ori Kadar, Tracy Brown, Blair Kenya, Michael Chun, Aziz Qatari, Shaikar Bandari, Troy Hodges, Kareem Abdullah,
Alexander Zaytun, Andrew Bauer, Kevin Jiang, Pierre Desor, Christopher Boulder, Danielle Strummel, Matthew Mallet, James Young, Ken Chu, Vincent Liager, Alyssa Sinet, Clement Levasseur, Leo Torrell, Erwan Campanon, Teresa Sandiford, Jessica Zhao, Michelle Vyadi, Pratyush Nalam, Victor Zini. Vincent Artug. Guillaume Desombre. Coton Renotino. Marie Schiltz. Shin Tan. Li Xiao. William Tsui. Cody Hiroshima. Jin Kun Chen. Wallace Zhou. Ke Jiang. Yi Zhou Liu. Yao Hua Shu. Qing Fan Li. Wei Jie Pan. Han Gao. Jingjing Zhang. Fang Xiaxi Chen. Yongqi Xiao. Kai Jui Chen. Daniel Bellegarde. Austin Hop. Zheng Kang Wang. Yu Han Wang. Zheng Jing Chu. Yuji Nakaido. Chan Wei Li. Solberg Dennis. Bin Yamin Stein. Alekia Managapali. Mamadou Ba. Ali Mrani. Nathan Tobiana. Vasily Karatino. Arthur Braw. Zihan Jiao. Taran Ruchunani. Deborah Olawabi. Devrat Kadam. Lauren Butler. Christopher Choi. Shi Ying Wu. Te Li. Wan Yao. Yu Gan. Ke Wen. Chaitanya Rastogi. Audrey Olivier. David Tal. Mustafa Mobasher. Mirai Park. Yu Chen Su. Medini Anna Valhalla. Genevieve Brown. Jen Liu. Purakrit Leopranana. Tu V. Chaturan De Silva. Maxim Stoner. T. Vo. Paul Stegall. John Shu Chu. Hai Xing Li. Itai Fengenbaum. Sebastian Zimek. Jill German. Beza Bulutuglu. Harun Osbakir. Ece Ertuk. Kevin Nur. Yelena Diakonolas. Juan Guillermo Lozano. Gonzalo Munoz. Antoine Desir.
So let's give that round of applause to our class of 2017 engineering graduate degree students. Everyone. We've made it. And we are now going to celebrate with the cliffhangers, and let's welcome them to the stage. They're going to do a performance of Stand Colombia, followed by Roar, Lion, Roar. Is it in the booklets? Is it in the books? Is it in the books? And the lyrics are in the books. Okay.
Mother stayed on rock eternal, crowned and set upon a height, glorified by light supernal. In thy radiance we see light. Torch thy children's lamps to kindle, beacon star to cheer and guide. Stand Colombia, alma mater, through the storms of time abide. Stand Colombia, alma mater, through the storms of time abide. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Dum, 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 when the bold teams of old wore the blue and white, deeds of fame made their name here at Old Colombia. Nowadays we can praise fighting teams again. Hear the lion roar his pride, while the men of Morningside follow the blue and white to victory. Roar, L-A-O and roar, and wake the echoes of the Hudson Valley. Fight on to victory evermore, while the sons of Knickerbocker rally round Columbia, Columbia, shouting her name forever. Roar, L-A-O and roar, for alma mater on the Hudson shore. Roar.
Woo, thank you. Thank you. Let's give them one more round. Come on. Woo! So our celebrations continue this week. So don't forget about Wednesday and commencement. You'll have some wonderful red hammers, and I want you to show your Columbia engineering spirit on Wednesday. Also, on Wednesday evening, following commencement that evening, the Empire State Building will be illuminated in Columbia blue as a special tribute to our new graduates, so look out for that, okay? It is, as they say, an Instagrammable salute to Alma Mater, and you can share it with the hashtag #SeizeTheWorld2017. SEAS, seize the world, come on. Now, as we bring this ceremony to a close, and you continue your celebrations, we're going to process down, and then everyone can process out. So again, thank you everyone for this magnificent day, and congratulations, class of 2017. Woo! Congratulations.